I managed to get these on retail. They sold out pretty fast, most sizes anyway, especially the bigger sizes. I looked at these online and I thought they had some nice sort of detailing. The um, little mini swoosh that's always kind of grabs you, and then it's got kind of the embroidery on the back as well. Instead of the Nike Air, you've got stop slipping, and then on the other shoe it says keep ripping. And also like the outsole as well. That's a very cool touch, similar to kind of like the Concepts Air Maxes as well, in terms of that kind of detail. I also like the color scheming as well. So you've got this kind of beige color with offset against the black, and then it's sort of this kind of reddy pink color. I guess maroon really. And what I don't like about the sneaker, I suppose, is the kind of this rough suede. It's got this kind of shaggy suede on it. Just not too much of a fan of that. It just kind of doesn't quite deliver the punch for me. If it didn't have that, and just had more of a plainer panel, I think they would look even nicer in my opinion. They just look more sleeker. I just think that kind of sets off against it. But I imagine maybe it's to keep in line with the tagline, keep ripping, stop slipping. So just to kind of give it that sort of shaggy texture to basically make it seem more sort of like a rougher sort of sneaker, I guess. But yeah, in all, it's for me, it's a nice sneaker. I wouldn't say it's a must-have, but it's, if you're an Air Max person, especially an Air Max 1 person, then I'm sure you'll probably throw these in the collection as well.
So the details for the Nike Air Max 1 keep ripping, stop slipping. They come in a pearl white, black, vast grey colour. So the pearl white is on the medial and lateral side, on the upper side, and on your heel, and then around the toe box you've got the black vast grey colour. It comes with a EVA cupsole with a heel in the airbag, and it has a mesh upper with leather panels. I'm not sure if the leather is synthetic, and also shaggy suede for the swoosh and the mudguard around the toe box and bottom side of the sneaker. The price was $145. Again, with an Air Max 1, I think the prices are probably a bit too high. I think these should retail around £110 in the current market. Air Maxes aren't selling. They've been releasing loads and loads, but they haven't been selling, and I've seen them go for sort of on the low, really, anywhere between sort of £70 to £90, but that's obviously depending on size as well. In terms of the comfort and sizing, they have a medium to firm sole, so I wouldn't say these are soft in any way really. They do feel firm. It is pretty much an outdated technology at the end of the day. What I would like Nike to do is produce a proto version of the Air Max 1 where it's using newer technology, so a softer foam and like a nicer airbag, maybe air zoom. So they can get fatiguing after a while, especially if you wear them all day. They've got quite a hard sole, and they can be elevated as well. So the sneaker itself sort of sits higher up because of the airbag on the heel. And that can for some people cause sort of tension on the forefoot, but wearing them all day, I don't think it's too bad, but you might feel a bit of soreness after a while. I kind of get on with them, as a sort of neutral trainer. To me, they're kind of pretty much fine. I would recommend going true to size. However, for wide foot people, I'd go half size up. I usually go half size up, but with certain ones that I've bought over the last few years, I've even gone down a size, half size, because it's the only pair that I was able to get, or because they were cheaper than some of the others, being half a size bigger. The sole, I would say, is not very good for wet conditions, so even though it has a tread on there, I find that I slip around a lot, so for that reason I'd be sort of careful when and where you wear them. In terms of look and style, they have a classic design, and as I mentioned earlier, because of the tread pattern, I would recommend mostly for sort of spring and summer, and because they don't give you much sort of protection or warmth as well, unless it's an all leather Air Max 1 sneaker. But even then, I still would sort of tread with caution with the tread pattern, especially in wet weather. In terms of how I'd wear them, these in particular, because of the colour scheming, I'd say they're sort of casual, smart. The black and the gold hits are a nice touch, and also the red as well for the mini swoosh, and inside the liner as well, and the text on the back. It's in that perspective, it looks nice and premium. I would say they're best with white and black sail laces. I don't know if red would go, but I think white, black or sail, just to go with the colours on the trainer itself. In terms of the pros and cons, they have a neutral colour blocking, so you're not going to go wrong with a pair of these. They've got nice details on them, especially on the heel, the embroidery always kind of gets me, and the mini swoosh. It's a timeless trainer, so an Air Max 1 is always going to be in style, so I don't think it's one of those trainers that if you wore it, people are going to turn their nose up. In terms of cons, I'd say the price is one of them. It's not a great price at £145. It's on the steeper side, bearing in mind it's an old technology, 30 plus years, and just basically the comfort, you get what you get really. And in terms of the look and style, I'll give them a 4, just mainly because of the shaggy suede. I'm not a fan of that. I think if it didn't have the shaggy suede, I'd probably be sort of moving these up and giving them a 5. I think for that reason, they're a neutral colour, but I still think it's not up there with some of the other Air Maxes that have been released over the years. In terms of comfort, I'd give them a 3, all the reasons I mentioned earlier. Quality, I would give it a 5, and I think I didn't see anything wrong with the pair that I had. And the pricing, because I think they're a bit too steep, they should be lower, I'd give that a 4. And overall, I'd give Score a 4 out of 5.